You're amazing.
All right, hey, we gonna have to ask you to go, my nigga. I mean, I have to ask you to go, man. I'm gonna pay you for your time, for being here. I appreciate you. I love you, my nigga.
I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, nah.
I think it's long overdue that the world stop ishing on our black sisters. Here we go. What's going on, my good people? Welcome back to the mother freaking channel. If this is your first time stopping by, let me say what's up. Let me say welcome. My name is Roberto. In some language, this is Robert. In other languages, for my family, thank y'all for checking this video out. I got a good one for y'all today. So earlier today on what's Camron's podcast name? What's Up Podcast? I believe that's the name of it. He had boxer Adrien Broner on there who came on to the show drunk. I'm gonna hold my commentary to the end. Let's watch the entire video through and then we'll have a conversation together. I got some things to say about it. Let's go ahead and jump into the video and I'll take it from there. All right, let's go.
You look so good in person.
Thank you.
For
I
real.
appreciate that.
Hey,
what you wasted that? I love you. What a guy. I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. My bad.
Arabia, is that a real background?
Hey, Stack, could you stop
Yes.
Can you stop smiling? You
Arabia is
nah, yo, bro, some G, yo, bro, some G shit. We gotta have boyfriend here, yo.
right. Oh shit.
I told you that.
My bad.
Nah, like it's all like. Okay, we can move on to football then.
Stat. Oh my god.
Just that. Let's do the football. I guess that answered the question about Floyd. When I see you taking off some
I'm
time,
mesmerized by Stat.
this nigga here, bro.
I did not know you looked that good in person. My bad, bro. You're amazing.
All right, hey, we gonna have to ask you to go, my nigga. I mean, I have to ask you to go, man. I'm gonna pay you for your time, for being here. I appreciate you. I love you, my nigga.
I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, no. I can't. I asked you the first time. I don't have no problems with you, but I'm gonna pay you for your time. But you can't violate, bro. I told you that.
I'm not, though. I'm not.
Nah, I told you niggas boyfriends in here. You know me with my brother and all
shit,
that.
my bad, bro. My bad.
Nah. But I appreciate your time.
It's me.
Well, if you want to wait for us outside, you could. But I'm not gonna sit in and not value your time neither. You want to wait for me? You could, but I appreciate it, bro. You gotta jump out. Thank you, man. Yeah, no problem.
I got a lot to say about this. Let me back this up a little bit. Where Mace at? First of all, Mace tried to jump in there to squash it a little bit right here.
Arabia, is that a real background?
Hey, Stat.
Yes.
Can you stop smiling?
Mace tried to break it up a little bit by changing the subject. The lady on camera, you can also tell she was a little uncomfortable. He came to the show drunk, number one. We see Camron already had a prior conversation with him about how he was already acting. But he continued to press the issue until he got kicked off the damn show. Until he got kicked off the show. So let me tell you this, my brothers and sisters. Let me say it like that. First of all, we all know that Camron ain't no saint. So this ain't about him being a saint. I like the way he handled this situation. I love the way Camron handled this situation. So let's break down this situation. First of all, I think it's long overdue that the world stop ishing on our black sisters. Here we go. I probably lost half of y'all already, but so in this world, right? It's like the black man is at the bottom of the totem pole. Then it's the sisters, right? And so we fight each other, right? So we as black men are trashing and hurting the very people, the very person that we're supposed to be protecting, right? And so I like the fact that in this particular setting, how Camron handled it. On camera, on air, not behind closed doors. He already had a conversation. He said, look, her boyfriend is here. That's my brother. And my man kept going. Maybe it was the alcohol. We're blaming it on the alcohol. All right, brothers and sisters. But I love the fact that in this particular setting, he honored a sister. And I just think in general, it is time for us to honor our black women. I am married to a beautiful black queen. It takes maturity. It takes maturity to handle a strong black woman, a strong African woman, a strong woman of melanin. It takes a strong individual. I am constantly growing every single day. What I love about this clip so much is that I don't know anybody on this podcast personally, but I've followed their quote unquote journey enough to say that I see a level of elevation. And I pray to God that all of us as brothers start taking an attitude to protecting our sisters. My wife said something to me about her dad. Her dad was Muslim, right? And when he passed, and we were at the mosque, everybody addressed the women as sister. There was a level of respect. There was distant handshaking. The way they interacted, I was in awe. The way they interacted, from my perspective, there was a level of respect that I learned, right? Because if you grow up, if you've grown up in the black church, especially over the years, the black church has got very loosey goosey. Oh my God, my brother, my sister, and so and in some cases, a lot of men have taken on the persona as very weak and feminine within some parts of the African American church, not all. I'm only talking about some parts of it. And in some cases become very catty, where a man is now competing with a woman in the church. That means she's no longer his sister, right? The other side of the coin is within the black church, and this is not to come down on black churches, I'm just sharing my experience and how I believe that we need to honor our queens, right? Over the years, when anything temptation-wise or any type of immoral thing happens within the nucleus of some churches, it's automatically said, what did she do? What was she wearing? And because I lived through this situation, right? Not me personally, but I lived through this within my family. And everybody pointed the finger, right? But the man who actually caused the offense, the older person, skated. And so I see a lot of times in life, the pressures of life get thrown back onto our sisters, which is why you see Mother's Day as so big. If you've been following the channel for any other time, you already know I'm about my brother's life. I am my brother's keeper. But I would be completely wrong if I didn't acknowledge the women that make the brothers strong. I had a level of strength within myself prior to me getting married, right? But I have developed a whole new level of strength because of me being married to my wife, Jamila. A whole new level. Things I actually thought I was strong in. Things I actually thought I stood for. And at times I backed down like a bee, trying to be nice and trying to keep the peace. And I had to learn, when it comes to protecting her, there is no such thing as keeping the peace. There is no such thing as keeping the peace. And so I like this. There was no way to deal with this situation. There was no way to keep this peace. There was no way to say, dog, chill, we're going to move on with the show, when he kept at it. Now, even from a business perspective, because now Camron in his podcast is a corporation. So now we're talking about ethical and what's the word? What's the thing in corporate America? Anyway, this young lady could have possibly filed some type of suit with their HR department against Camron or against the show because they didn't stand up for her. So I'm happy that this situation played out on air, because I think it's by far time that we acknowledge the women and the queens that make us king. I just think, I can only talk from a man's perspective, right? I can say that in my lifetime growing up, I didn't have very great role models of men being of good character, of good morals. Hold on. My bio dad, when he would come get me on weekends, I had to be like 7, 8 maybe. I remember us bouncing around from one woman's house to another woman's house. And I shared the story on the channel before. And then by the time we got back to his girlfriend where he lived, he was telling me, keep my damn mouth shut. My stepdad, same thing, right? So I understand the examples that I have had. And in my earlier life, I probably was that same way. Real talk. Like, I'm talking in my 20s, maybe my early 30s, I was that same way. Me growing into maturity and now shifting to the mindset that we see in this video probably happened in my mid-40s, all right? My mid-40s until now. Now I have now I'm all about that, I'm all about that life, marriage life. I'm all about that life. I'm all about coming home every night. I've been called a simp. I've been called all these different names, when I talk about things like this, right? Oh, you a simp, you this. I'll be anything you want to be. I'll be anything you want to be. I'll be a simp. I'll be a BA ninja, whatever you want. I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm 54 years old. I'm Unc now. I'm the guy that has to teach these young. I'm the guy that when my sons are around me, they have to see me respecting their mother. Our son who lives with us. I shared this story before. When my wife pulls up in this driveway, he better get out that car so fast and get his butt to that front door so that my wife's hand does not touch that front door. Why? Because she's the queen of the house. The only way to pass down kingship is to teach it. And the only way to effectively teach it is to live it. And so I love the fact in this video, I see Cam living it. I don't know what his private life is like. I don't care about that in this particular setting, because this particular thing was shown to the world, which is why we're all talking about it today, right? And had it been another black sister being disrespected, as we see, in my opinion, in some of the videos and hip hop videos and everything else, if it's another situation where another black queen is being disrespected, then we just add to that narrative. But thank God, I see this narrative freaking changing I told my wife this. I see this narrative changing every day. The TV and the mass media always wants to show black men cheating, black men being dogs, black men not taking care of their kids. But I got a different world. I'm looking at my brothers being faithful, being loyal, going home every night, turning the game on, going out with their wife. There's a different narrative. But the challenge is a lot of my brothers, they're not on social media like this. Or maybe they're on Facebook and got a little world, but they don't want to, for me, this is a calling. This ain't me just trying to shoot a video, me trying to just produce content. For me, this is a calling. This is a matter of purpose. So if I got to be that example, call me a simp, call me whatever the hell you want. I don't care. At the end of the day, I love one woman. I am faithful to my wife. I take my black butt home at the end of my day to my wife. That's all I want is my wife. I am boring outside of this camera. I want on my downtime, I want to play not Call of Duty, Point Break, Ghost Recon. I want to edit some videos, do some fun stuff, us go out to eat. That's my life. I don't need no rah. But I do have to take a moment and on the platform at least say there have been times in my life where I have learned to be disrespectful. And now I'm like, God forgive me. God forgive me. God forgive me. Help me to be, I'm not trying to be perfect. I just want to be a better man every day. So let me say it like this. I just want to be a better black man every day. I don't want to be perfect. I just don't want to, I refuse to live the narrative that I learned. I refuse to live the narrative that Bob gave me. I refuse to live the narrative that Terry gave. I refuse to live a certain narrative that my brother has passed. I refuse to live the narrative of an environment. I don't want to live a narrative. Listen, I don't have the best relationship with my daughters, right? I don't want that. For a bunch of different reasons, that'll be a different podcast, right? But when they look at me now and they say, I want them to say, oh, he loves her. He loves Jamila. Oh, he loves his wife. They don't have to tell me that now, but I want them to see it. Because a lot of times as I grew up, dad will point his finger and he'll be yelling and cursing at me, telling me what to do, but then he wasn't living it. And by far the best example we can ever give our young kings and the best way to inspire our young queens is to live it. It's just to live it, bro. That's it. So anyway, I said enough. I think this video is fire. I'm happy that Camron dealt with this on camera. I'm sure the internet will be buzzing about this for the next couple of days. And I do hope that when my man Adrien Broner sobers up, that he does issue this sister an apology. So from me to you, I salute you, sisters. I salute you, queens. As I salute my personal queen. It is long overdue. The world has been too disrespectful to you. Brothers, I got y'all in the next video. The world has been too disrespectful to you. Too much of the world has been placed on your shoulders unfairly, unjustly, and many times by some of us black men. For that, I apologize to you. I apologize. I'm trying to tell you now, I've had to apologize to my wife 1,000 times for just stupid thinking. Stupid thinking I'm right, my ego, I want to be loud and everybody gonna listen to me in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Stupid stuff that we learn as men. And being quiet and being subtle can be just as strong and just as aggressive as it needs to be in the time. I hope I said something that made sense in this video. I salute Cam in this for his progress and dealing with this on air. Let me know what y'all think about this video. I'll be back with another one real soon. Peace.
Bring the culture, the hustle, the vibes, family, the grind, keeping dreams alive. Not just a channel, it's a whole new lane. Robert Baller TV, remember the name.